What was your favorite song that you ever made?
Baby Shark.
Training montage from Rocky IV.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for your time and work.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
Technology has changed a huge amount since you did the original Transformers movie. Is there any part of working with the old style of synths that you miss? Is there anything that you wish people still knew how to do that they don't anymore? Has sampling changed to such a degree that it doesn't feel the same way?
The technology that I used when I did the, Staying Alive in Rocky IV and Transformers, there were no computers at the time, or not computers that were capable of doing the music stuff that it needed to be done. But I moved fast on the technology that I had. I moved like almost faster than my mind could keep up with. My fingers were, it was a sequencer. It was a Roland MC500 sequencer. And I got to know that piece of gear so well that, everybody was saying, you got to get a computer. When the computers became available, you got to get a computer. Well, I surrendered to that state of mind, went out and bought a computer, a Macintosh computer, and, some software, some music software, but it sat in the box for 6 months because I was resistant to the technology. When I finally got it up and running, I was amazed at what it can do, but I think there's two drawbacks compared to what I had in the 80s. It allows musicians to get lazy in their playing because you can correct everything that you play, make mistakes, no problem. Make mistakes in timing or notes, no problem. We'll fix that on the computer. And for me, it made me a little bit lazy. And whereas back in the day, I had to be at my best because some of the music to Transformers is very complex. And to play that music live in the studio, I could punch in here and there and everything, but it didn't give me the capabilities that a computer would give. But I moved faster. And in every studio I have been in Los Angeles, I don't care if there's a top composer and the best computer that they have, there's about 4 times a day that the thing breaks down, and that interrupts the creative process. For me, I hate that. I love what it can do, and you can make sounds that you can, the fact that you can go into a room the size of a closet and make the sounds of an orchestra and a choir and everything, it's great. Another drawback of that, however, is it gives everybody, a wider group of people the sense that they know how to compose music because they have this technology. And what they're really doing is they're imitating rather than innovating. You know what I mean? Let's copy Hans Zimmer. Let's copy whoever. And you can do that. And it's tempting to do that because if you know anything a little bit about film music, that technology can help you create that style of a certain composer that you love. What that does, though, is it doesn't give motivation to come up with your own mark, make your own mark in music. And as a result, there was a number of years, it's gotten better, there were a number of years where I couldn't tell one composer on film from another. Even Hans Zimmer, all his scores started to sound similar to me. John Williams is he's in a world by himself, and it's amazing. And he still does it. He actually does it sitting down at a piano and writing it out by hand, and listen to the music that he's created. It's amazing. So the technology is a blessing and a curse. It definitely allows you to do much more than I could do back in the 70s and 80s, but it can interrupt the creative process if you let it. If you don't, the big composers, I'm sorry I'm going on it, but the big composers, they have guys, to handle those chores. Anything that screws up, but you still have to sit back and wait for them to troubleshoot and fix the problem. And that, to me, has taken a lot to get used to. I still haven't really gotten used to that. I get frustrated very easily when it comes to music technology these days. But when it works and when it doesn't interrupt the creative process, I'm amazed at what it can do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.